Welcome to Community Breakdown. Today we're going to be going over Warzone, specifically No Fox Given's gameplay. He's going to be playing Lockdown on Vondel, and specifically we're going to be looking at how do we actively make gunfights easier for ourselves by gaining information first, and then of course just executing that gunfight with confidence. If you're interested in joining Community VOD Review, please join the Discord in the description below. Go ahead and click on the channel that says Community VOD. Go ahead and place your link, and then we will be more than happy to VOD review your gameplay on our channel every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Good shots right here. It looks like you're on controller, and I just want to say that because you're strafing and shooting, you're getting aim assist, so great job. Keep doing that. And then right here, once you get your down, I like that you throw the throwing knife to get your full kill, but now understand that the last enemy is behind you, so you got to finish this. So once you know that this enemy is behind you, there's a lot of things that you can do, right? So not only do we see this enemy on the right side of the room, but we also see it on our minimap, and there's three things you could have done. You could have used the throwing knife to try to down him. That might have worked, but you got to try to hit a throwing knife, so that might be a little hard. The second thing you could have done is switch to your secondary and then shoot the enemy, which is obviously faster than reloading. And if your secondary is like a pistol, just make sure you hit your shots. And then the third and the final thing you could have done is push into this room just like you did, but you're at a disadvantage right now. So you would want to sit on one side of the room, reload, and once you finish reloading, jump to the other side of the room. And when you land on the other side of the room, we're basically hoping that this enemy pushes in to look at you on this left side of the room, and you jump right over their head, and now you're shooting them in their back and you're killing them. And that's how you're going to win in this disadvantage right here, right? So it's either hit them with the throwing knife, switch your secondary, go for the gunfight, or just get into this corner, reload, and then jump to the opposite corner. The enemy will push you. The enemy will always push you in this scenario because he has first shot on you and you're in a disadvantage. So again, if you just jump towards your left, he probably would have rushed in and you would have just shot him from behind. Yep. Looks like a free kill. It could have been a free kill. The only thing I would say differently right here is this could have been a free kill. Your first shot counts. Your first shot is always the most important shot because that will determine how much you have aim assist and how many more bullets you're going to hit. So very important, just out aim. And because you out aim, you now have a crosshair this big. You line up this pink triangle onto the enemy. You aim in, you start shooting, boom, he should die. Now, to add on top of that, make sure you're aiming at chest level to head level. The reason why is because when you start shooting him at his chest, the recoil is going to bounce up, and that's what's going to let you get your headshots. And I'll do that in a different color, but basically right now, the enemy's head is the blue box right there. And you would want to aim at his chest. When you aim at his chest and you start shooting, the recoil bounces up, you get your headshot, and that's how you're going to melt this guy within seconds. Just a matter of just getting those shots chest level and head level. Not only that, but your first shot, you always want to make sure that first shot's on the opponent so you get aim assist. Such as right there, you don't have aim assist. Because, again, you aim in and you don't get first shot on the opponent, look at how many bullets you miss just because aim assist isn't working for you, right? Isn't that, like, ridiculous? So it's a very super important tip to follow. Where when you see this enemy, when you aim in right here, don't aim in, keep aiming out, hip fire, and then once the enemy lands in your crosshair, then you aim in, okay? So hip fire, then aim in on the opponent, get your first shot, and then you might win this gunfight, just because you're going to get aim assists. Now, another thing you can do as well is, instead of drop shotting, jump shot. Now, whenever you're drop shotting, I'm sure you can already see it, but right now, this guy's gun is at head level with you. So he's going to get headshots, and you're essentially, like, forcing yourself to lose this gunfight. That's going to sound weird, but you're just not giving yourself a chance to win this gunfight just because you're drop shotting. So all you have to do instead next time is jump shot. Because when you jump shot, you're going to be jumping over his bullets. he's going to be probably aiming between your legs. And not only that, but when you're jumping, all your shots are going to be landing right on his head. All right. What's up, Mike? Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. Today, we're going to be focusing a lot on Warzone. Today, we will be going over Fox Given's gameplay for Community VOD, and then we will actually be watching Aiden's gameplay because he played Vondel and actually dropped 50 kills on this map. So I'm very excited for that. But right now, in this scenario, like I said, Fox, all you had to really do is just hip fire until you can aim on to the opponent. Once you aim on to the opponent, jump shot so you get these headshots, right? And then, of course, always remember to add in a strafe. Always add in that strafe to the left or to the right, just so you activate aim assist and you're always a harder target to hit. The zones change to the complete opposite side. So at this point, with the zones on the complete opposite side, you guys could just go hit the zip line right here and just reposition towards like a high ground, soak up the high ground point, and then you look down on the 2 bottom points, right? And again, that's just to win lockdown. If your goal isn't to win, then that's fine. One important thing I see that happens a lot to players is where they just get caught out in the open when they don't need to be out in the open, right? So I always say it is literally a fundamental to travel building to building and cover to cover, right? So right here, since you're at this building, your goal should be, all right, let's get to the next building. How do we do that? Get to your rooftop, parachute off, land at this building. Now you're safe. As you're parachuting, if you get shot by someone while parachuting, drop down into the water, you're safe, right? It's just we want to limit this dead space. We don't want to be in dead space with no cover because that's just a guaranteed death if someone's there. So it's kind of a golden rule, golden fundamental to get to a rooftop and then parachute off to the next rooftop. Regardless, if you couldn't parachute right here, the next best thing is travel cover to cover and get out of there ASAP. You just don't want to be here because you're in the biggest disadvantage ever. So right there, keep dolphin diving, keep running away. Keep dolphin diving, keep running away. Just don't even look back. Don't waste a second looking back, right? And, of course, if you have smoke grenades, use those, but we have flash grenades. Mainly you try to get kills? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll focus more on the gunfights, Fox. I was just saying that since this video is, for everyone, I'm just trying to, talk about how to win the gameplay. But just going for the gunfights is totally fine. Mike, I've been good. Played some Warzone last night with the FAMAS. It went okay. I got 6 and positioning on a hill was good, but I was doing back checks like I should and got blindsided. Oh, you weren't doing back checks like you should have. Yep, that's another golden rule / fundamental that we can always talk about. There's 4 sides to a building, north, east, south, and west, right? So since there's 4 sides to the building, check these 4 sides every 3 seconds, right? Because if there's an enemy out here and you check this right one, and then 3 seconds later you check the bottom one, this guy's already going to be like right here. And then 3 seconds later, if you check this side, this enemy is already going to be like directly under you. And then by the time you check north, you're going to hear this guy under you. Or maybe you get lucky and you see this guy pushing across, right? And again, by the time you kill this guy, maybe there's a third guy pushing up as well. And that's just another golden rule. Check all 4 sides every 3 seconds. Make sure you're safe. Make sure no enemies can push up towards your building because you have a power position. You have control to win the game. All right. Ooh, clean drop shot right there. Really good shots. Good reposition. Hopefully that guy chased. All right, that was really good right there. You got behind cover, and then you just thought he might have chased since you're running away. That was a good double back to see if he chased. And now right here, we actually have an opportunity to zip line up. So one big thing about Warzone is if you can work your way top down, you're going to have an easier time winning your gunfights. So based on your mini-map, all of these enemies are like fighting over here. You have a good opportunity to zipline up on this side. Once you zipline up, you can just stick to the outside of the building and then just kill all these guys up top. And then once you kill all the guys up top, then you drop down below and you continue doing the same thing. Just cleaning up all these guys. And when we do the VOD review for Aiden, which is going to be right after this, Fox, we're going to see how Aiden is already confident in doing that as fast as possible. He's just getting to the zip line, going up to the rooftop, going in a circle, killing everyone, clearing them out, dropping down to the next room, and doing the thing over and over again. Now we finally get to the rooftop. The only downside is this is a predictable spot. Good shots. Ooh. No. Yo, you went for that. That was beautiful. If you remember, the first note I gave was, hey, you either need a throwing knife, you need to pistol this guy, or you just need to back away, right? Right here, you went for that knife, and boy, did you basically get it. Nice kill, nice kill. Use your throwing knife to get that full kill as well. You know, get your 2-piece. But good job backing away, making sure you play your life for your teammates. That guy ended up killing himself regardless. Now your teammates are back. Yep, good pickup on that guy chasing you. You have another guy chasing you hard, so start running away while plating up. I would definitely say that probably reloading might be the last thing you want to do. So when you see that guy in that stairwell on your mini-map and you need to reposition, just immediately start plating up while repositioning. Let's say you get around this wall and he shoots you like twice. You can be behind this wall, reload real quick, and then you can just jump right out and kill him. I just think it's always important to get your plates on first before reloading. And that's a personal preference for me. Yeah, that's pretty much all that happens here. Is this guy has a good pre-aim. I'll slow it down, but all that happened is this guy shot at you. He didn't hit any bullets on you. So in his head, he's thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't shoot any bullets onto him. He's about to re-challenge back. And he's just holding a pre-aim, getting ready for you to challenge back. And he basically outplayed you, quote unquote, right? But if you're wondering how could you have outplayed him, wait a second longer. I know that sounds, you know, simple, but literally if you wait a second longer, you're going to make him start confusing, make him start confusing himself, because he's going to sit there and think like this, right? He's going to sit there and think, I shot at this guy. He ran outside the door. He's going to challenge back because I didn't hit a bullet. So I'm going to hold a pre-aim. And then like 1 second is going to go by and he's going to go, wait, he didn't challenge back. Why didn't he challenge back? All right, let me go chase him. And then as he starts running, that's when you challenge back and you kill him. And it works like a charm every time. So that's like my next tip I can say for you, Fox, is literally wait 1 second longer. When you get behind the wall, wait 1 second longer, re-challenge, and this guy's going to be caught off guard. Not only that, but we want our jump to be a lot sooner because at this point, we should already be shooting. Right? So, oh, I went back 5 seconds. So we go out the door and then like right here, you already want to jump. So by the time you get through, your gun is shooting at this point, right? So you're shooting at this point and just by getting first shot, you might kill him in that way. But right here, he does get first shot before you get first shot. And that's why he kills you, right? So wait a second longer to confuse him, outgun him, or simply just have a better jump shot through the door. All right, right here, it looks like these shots are really hard. Yeah, okay, we're making this game harder for ourselves. All you have to do to hit way more shots right here is strafe left and right. If you strafe left and right, you activate that aim assist, you're gonna hit this guy. Not only that, but you could also, instead, you could mount on this bench right here, and when you mount on the bench, push your left stick into the bench so you get aim assist and the gun will shoot for you at that point, right? And this is just how you're going to hit so many more shots way faster, and it's just by activating aim assist. That's all you have to do is move your left stick, boom, you're activating aim assist, you're going to kill this guy. Again, if you want to stand still, mount and push your left stick into the bench so you get aim assist. Another thing as well is whenever you miss bullets, so like let's say you miss bullets right here, boom, you miss bullets right there, right? The second that you miss bullets, all you have to do now is out aim and then aim back in. and your crosshair will lock onto the target for you. Because right now, you have to basically put this tiny little blue dot onto your enemy, which I don't even know if you could see that. But you got to put this tiny little dot onto your enemy right now. And that's way harder than just putting this pink diamond onto the enemy, right? So make sure you use aim assist right there, and then out aim, aim back in, so you can just hit more shots in general. What's up, Sure Shot? Yo, Justo, thank you so much for stopping by, bro. I hope your day's going good. Today is a Warzone day. I'm excited for it. Zen, thank you for stopping by. You're all good, Zen. You're only 30 minutes late, Zen. That's all. Again, everyone who's here, I am live every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for Better Gamer. The whole purpose is just a VOD review, everyone. VOD review, pro gameplay, and just get better every day, both in-game and out-of-game, of course. You may lose this gunfight just because you only have 2 plates on, but you're in a huge advantage where you see this guy cross right behind this bush, and he saw you as well. So what's more than likely what's going to happen is this guy is going to double back and challenge you, or he's going to strafe out and challenge you. We just have to guess, like, which one is he going to do, right? And already I can tell you that it's way better if you just sprint jump and challenge out wide right. So no matter what, when you jump and challenge out wide right, you're going to be able to get out of his crosshairs. You're not going to be where he's aiming, and you're going to be able to kill him. And as we press play, again, when you saw him get behind cover, that's exactly what you would do, is you would just jump out towards the right, and by him double backing right now, he wouldn't see you at all. Simple as that. And that's how you might win this gunfight, but regardless, he saw you first. He got Peeker's advantage because he had good centering, and then you only had 2 plates on, so you're kind of forced to die right there. So now we're playing a little bit more objective, which is good, because playing the objective will always allow you to have a high chance of getting more kills. One big fundamental about Call of Duty, again, is always get to the high ground. I'm assuming that's what you're doing right here, is you're getting to the high ground. You're going to see if this guy chase. And at this point, because this guy didn't chase, you know, you waited a second. This is perfect. You waited a second to see if this guy chased. Obviously, he didn't chase because your teammate's right here. So now the only place this enemy can be is on top of the roof. So I would just get back inside so he can't shoot you from the rooftop. Which your teammate just got shot from the rooftop, and there he is. Okay. So that's a little unfortunate just because I feel like our teammate didn't have to die in that scenario. And here's the reason why. You're running up, you don't see any enemies, and then boom, out of nowhere, you're getting high alert. The only reason why you're getting high alert is because this guy's on the rooftop. You get shot from the rooftop, and then obviously you can see the bullets, the way the bullets shoot. You can see he's from the rooftop. And not only that, but our teammate just pushed up, and now our teammate's with us, once again guaranteeing that this enemy is on the rooftop. And now the only thing that this enemy is going to do on the rooftop is he's going to jump right over us. So right here, you and your teammate just need to pre-aim up on the roof. He's going to challenge. You guys get first shot. You guys kill him. GG's. But what happened here is he thought he was going to chase you. Or actually, he didn't even go to chase you. He just wanted his full kill. But yeah, that little thing right there might help us win that gunfight more. And another reason for looking at our minimap every second we're not in a gunfight is because, again, we can see enemies, but we can also see our teammates and where they are, right? So right here, we have a red dot in this building that shows that he's pushing up our steps right now. And there he is. So look at that minimap every second you're not a gunfight just to figure out where enemies are. These tips are great. That's good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. So excited about slide canceling and reload canceling in MW3. Me too, Mike. I'm so excited. It's so worth an extra $70. But at the same time, damn Activision for making this smart business move of making a terrible Call of Duty and then saying, hey, everyone, here's MW3, the perfect Christmas present. Zen, I'll send in a VOD if I don't get shadow banned on your first match back. Yeah, no problem. That sounds good. Be nice to get some Prodigy gameplay. Review that. And then right here, if you want to look for different angles to get more aggressive Fox, all you would have to do is just do a hop up to the rooftop. So you could stand on top of this wall, sprint across, jump up on top of this AC, and then get to the rooftop. It looks like you could just look up and jump on top of the roof AC and then get to the rooftop. And then, of course, you could also jump on top of this AC, jump to the AC, and then get to the rooftop. Just by getting to that rooftop, it'll allow you to see these enemies out over here. Not only that, but high ground also lets you see further out, right? Like you can see 5 different teams just by that one point, because you could see so much more. So high ground lets you see more, which will let you know where enemies are, and it'll allow you to get the first shot. Okay, yeah, so right here, again, I actually like that you wanted to switch to your SMG secondary, but we can make our teammate be alive right here. All we have to do is out-aim, flick to the right, put our little diamond onto this enemy, and point, shoot, he's dead. And just do that with the AR, so your teammate doesn't die. But either way, he's going to spawn back in, so who cares? Again, we see that these enemies are still over here based on your minimap. One guy is in the bottom floor, and one guy's on the top floor. So what I would personally do is I would go outside, I would climb up on that AC unit, get to the rooftop, and then I would kill the enemy on the rooftop. And once I kill that enemy on the rooftop, I get another UAV ping to tell me where the enemy is on the bottom floor, and then I can just drop down and then play for that last enemy. And that's how you can just ideally get like 3 kills right here as fast as possible. And again, that's just using our minimap. Make sure we get that plate on. What's up, Jason? Thank you so much for stopping by, bro. I hope your day is going good. Once again, to repeat it, today's a Warzone day. We're going over how to win a lot of gunfights, and then right after this, we're going to go over how Aiden drops 50 kills on Vondel. Very excited for that. Boom, we get another UAV. We have one enemy directly under us. We can just start dropping down, looking for him. Me personally, I would drop down on the outside, because what it shows is on your minimap, this enemy is inside the building. So I'm going to drop on the outside, and when I'm on the outside, I can look for a window. I could throw in my flash grenade through that window, fly in, and then I can kill that enemy. And then once I kill that enemy, I go upstairs, get to the rooftop, and then once I get to the rooftop, I can now focus on all of his teammates on the roof. Zen, the game you got shadowed in didn't give you any SR. I am so sorry to hear. My game yesterday, I lagged and lost like 200 SR randomly. Broken game. Can't wait for MW3. Absolutely, I need to check the minimap more. I rarely do. I'm not sure why. Yeah, it's a tough thing. Looking at that minimap, there could be multiple reasons why some people are better at it than others, and it could actually be because of genetics. So one thing that's very important is people who are left eye dominant. If they're left eye dominant, they're going to be able to look at this minimap way more and process information way faster. But if a person is right eye dominant, you know, they're going to have to look all the way over here and turn their head even to look at their minimap, right? So it could be a genetics thing, and that's why you may just have a hard time just like naturally looking at it. But at the end of the day, anyone can look at the minimap. It's just a matter of repetitions, right? Some people it's easier than others. It's just a matter of repetitions, and you will be able to practice it and look at it more and more. Very important stuff. I feel like one of my biggest issues is balancing when to go for finishes after getting knocks. Finishes after going for knocks, bro. The only time I go for a finisher is if it's end game or I know for sure the last enemy is alive. I mean, that's the last enemy alive, and I'm safe to do the finisher. Now, I would call that a major skill issue on our ends. W, I'm left eye dominant. I'm that guy. I have to move my head. Yeah. Yeah, and like there's no issue with it, but there are like you know, scientific studies to show how like there's some genetics that make people quote unquote better than others or whatever, you know, the whole athletic science and all that. At the end of the day, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Interesting call out. I wonder, I don't know if this is a set team of 4 that you're playing with, but with these last 2 enemies being inside of this building, what you guys can do is you guys can all 4 just hold hands, run together, and clear them out together. So then you have an easy rotation out, which obviously you would probably want to hit the zip line and rotate out. But if you guys decided, hey, let's just rotate early and let's get out of here, that's fine too. Just, it kind of got a little scary right here, right? Because we almost died. Ugh. I don't know about you, but in real life, I would be like ducking my head. Yeah, and I would definitely say too that it would probably be best to play for those kills, take the zipline out, because when you take that zipline out, you're going to land on high ground, and just by having that high ground, that's going to allow you guys to get so many more kills. So another tip for everyone playing Warzone, you want to get it down, leave that down there for your teammates to get that kill. Trust your teammates to get that kill, right? If your teammates don't go for the kill, still just get the down and look for another enemy, because you have 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds before an enemy pops a self-revive or gets revived by his teammate. So essentially you would get it down, you would push up, look for other enemies. If you don't see anyone, then you would just go right back, kill your enemy, and then you move on. Same thing if you're in like a 1v3, 1v4 situation. You get it down, you run away, plate up, and by the time you wrap back, you can get your full kill. Because again, it takes about 5 seconds for a self-revive to pop. Ooh, bad timing on the parachute cut again. So it's interesting because obviously we actually don't see an enemy there at all, but we just want our parachuting to be way smoother, right? So you need to either cut your parachute now and pull your parachute at the last second on top of the roof, you're done, or you need to pull your parachute like right, and yeah, it's a matter of just pull your parachute at the last second. Because right now, it's kind of like, yeah, you're dead unless you can fly away, which I would definitely just try to fly away at that point. And I'm actually glad that this happened. Unfortunately, the game kind of cuts right there at the end, but I just want to point out that when we're pushing up and we're shooting enemies through this door, right now, the enemies, they're going to turn around and know that we're pushing through this door and through this window. Not only that, but I'm sure he's calling out to his teammates, yo, one guy's pushing my front door, my front door. So all of his enemies are going to be looking at these red X's. One thing you can quickly do to make you win so many more gunfights is, yeah, continue shooting at these enemies and 100% throw a flash grenade through one of these doors and windows as well. But once you throw that grenade, now I want you to go for a flank and enter the opposite side of the building. So literally that's simple. You throw the grenades into the window, and then you wrap around in a circle, and then you enter the opposite direction. And when you do that, I can promise you 9 times out of 10, enemies will always go, oh, there was 2 of them. And it's just because you throw this stun grenade through one window and then you flank the opposite end. If you're here by yourself, you would make enemies think that they're fighting 2 people at once. All because you throw in a stun grenade through a window and then you flank around and challenge them from behind. Works like a charm every single time. It's one of my favorite things to do. I would highly recommend you to do it. Now, unfortunately, we get downed by one of his teammates on the outside. And I think this is where it's GG's because our teammate just doesn't revive us. And because he doesn't revive us, we die. Unfortunate. But regardless, we got 11 kills in that game. A lot of good tips. I would say definitely the major tips is the first thing, make sure your first bullet is always hitting before you aim in. So first bullet's important. The second thing, strafe. So you're always activating that aim assist. Strafing is important to make yourself a harder target to hit and to activate aim assist. The third thing to look for is just be 2 steps ahead of the enemy. You throw in a flash grenade through one doorway, rotate in a circle, challenge them from a different one. If you're running and you get behind cover and the enemy saw you get behind cover, just continue running and go for a flank on them, right? Don't double back. And then the third and the final thing I can say is, the fourth and final thing that I can say is if you do want to double back and you do want to fight an enemy that's chasing you, wait 1 extra second. That's it. Just wait 1 extra second, go for that double back, and you're going to have that enemy literally losing because of themselves. They're going to be overthinking nonstop. And tip number 5, and of course the last tip, is just look at this minimap every second you're not in a gunfight, because it tells you where the enemies are, and not only that, but based on where your teammates aren't, based on where your teammates are, that will tell you where the teammates aren't. So that was a very good VOD review. Thank you so much, Foxgiven. Again, if anyone wants to follow him, no Foxgiven right here on YouTube. Please let me know if you have any other questions, Fox. I hope that helps. And yeah, thank you so much for it.